The Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF, has confirmed the death of Rawhi Mushtaha, the head of the Hamas government in Gaza. IDF said Mushtaha was one of Hamas' most senior operatives and had a direct impact on decisions relating to the force deployment of Hamas. Sameh al-Siraj, who held the security portfolio on Hamas's political bureau, and Sami Ude, the commander of Hamas's general security mechanism, were also killed along with Mushtaha. It's important to mention here that the three top leaders were killed by the IDF in an airstrike 3 months ago. So this happened 3 months ago. Today, the IDF has confirmed that the head of the Hamas government in Gaza was killed in the airstrike. We have Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast with more details. It's a very important and a significant development in this entire fight of Israel against Hamas. The chief of the Hamas government, according to the IDF, which is confirming now, has been killed in the airstrike, along with the other officials.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is a big victory for IDF because they're in war against terror. They had been able to eliminate one of the most wanted commander of Hamas, and he was said to be very close to Yahya Sinwar. And he died in an air raid 3 months back, and finally today they've got the confirmation, and this they have confirmed to the world that they have killed another most wanted person who had been responsible for attack on Israel on October 7 last year, because he's said to be Mustafa, as we talk about Mustaha along with Yahya Sinwar. You rightly said they had established the Hamas general security mechanism. They served in prison centers together and had been close since then. And they were the one who had been planning an attack on Israel. It was finally on October 1 last year, along with Yahya Sinwar and Mohammed Deif. They planned an attack, and that attack was carried out when we saw that Hamas commanders, along with many other Hamas terrorists, they entered inside the Israeli territory. They used the paragliders, and many of them were killed. And it was one of the most brutal attacks in which 1,600 people lost their lives, and 250 of them were held hostage, which included the children of the age of 8 months and 3 months. And so with the killing of this thing, the war on terror, it only indicates that somewhere now the IDF is gaining dominance and they are controlling the overall scenario. As you rightly said, in the last few days, many of the top commanders have been killed, which included Hassan Nasrallah. Hassan Nasrallah was one of those chief of Hezbollah who was responsible for targeting Israel for the last several months. And finally, just a few days back, in one of the air strike in which those bunker buster bombs were used, and in that Hassan Nasrallah, his daughter was killed. And also, not only that, even Hassan Nasrallah's son-in-law has also been killed in Damascus area in Syria. That means the war is not confined only to Beirut.
All right, Pradeep, stay on with us. Stay on with us. We have some more inputs coming in. In fact, what we've accessed are satellite images of an aircraft hangar at a key Israeli military airbase. This is the airbase. This is a satellite image of the airbase. And here you can see a large hole. We've marked it for you, a large hole on the roof of one of the structures here. These images are of Nevatim Air Base in southern Israel. There's no confirmation yet on how this has happened, no confirmation from the Israeli military on the cause of this damage, but these images were taken right after the missile attack by Iran, where over 180 ballistic missiles were fired. Large piece of the debris can also be seen nearby. We don't know at this point of time how this was caused, but these images were taken after the ballistic missile attack by Iran.